In the training, the last couple of years, we talked a lot about monthly supply of inventory and absorption rate. The absorption rate is just the inverse formula. And what I'm finding is, at least with me, is it's part of my presentation, my listing presentation. If the owner is very motivated, they listen very closely, and I can get a feel for how motivated they are by their response.
Yep.
What I'm finding a real benefit, or even a greater benefit, is in getting a price reduction, because now they've experienced the market. And just recently, I have a listing where the buyer found so many problems with repairs that they were influenced by friends to cancel. And by me sitting with the owner and going through this again, the monthly supply of inventory and absorption rate, but changing the numbers a little bit so it hit home a little more, changing the area. It really hit home, and he reduced the price, and we were able to save the transaction. So
that right there, guys, is textbook. Because if we're saying things, no one's gonna believe it, because they're gonna feel that we're doing something to them. When we behave as the messenger of the market, when we behave as the professional that understands, we don't have a crystal ball, but we do have numbers. We do have where the market is going. We're able to have these powerful conversations, because nobody's gonna go, oh, hey, let's take $50,000 off the price. Like, nobody's gonna do that unless they see where a compelling reason, which is the picture you're painting. And there's two things that you said there, Larry. They were all based on the same thing. And it all has to do with this: motivation. That if someone isn't motivated, they don't care what's going on with the market, because they're doing it for their own reason, versus a reason to maneuver, a reason to adjust, a reason to meet the market so they can go achieve a second goal. And so I wrote a couple things down here that when we leverage month supply of inventory and absorption rate, when we use these, and we stay in curiosity to see what the sellers are hearing from us. What are they interpreting? Are they truly understanding the message that the market is sharing? It is most powerfully done, as you just shared with us, when buyers start to have remorse. Because when we're in 3 months of inventory, or let's just say a 30% absorption rate, buyers are doing everything they can to stay in a deal, because there's multiple offers on everything, and it's cash over appraisal, and it's waiving inspections and crazy terms because the inventory is absorbed so fast. Well, when we start to get to 15 months of inventory, or 5% absorption, which means 95 out of every 100 homes aren't selling. 1 out of every 20 are selling. That's what 5% absorption means. Well, buyers are looking for every reason to get out of the deal, which is what you help the seller self-discover, that this is gonna come up in the next, and we don't know what's gonna happen next, because 95 out of 100 homes aren't selling. We got a buyer on the line. We're one of the next 5. And so next month you're gonna have a mortgage payment. Next month you're gonna have to pay for insurance. Next month, we don't know what the next offer might be, which is what you conveyed. And the seller lowered their vibration and met the market. And now you guys stayed in deal. It's one of the things in my coaching journey that it's not about what I say, it's about what you interpret. And that's all that matters, is what you're experiencing. Because I don't win being right. I win with you achieving your goal, which in this case was to stay on this and not go, good job, Larry. It was to keep going with depth so that you have even more ammunition on the next go round. So a couple things. Stay in curiosity, first and foremost. I mean, I think that's always the big thing. None of this works with unmotivated people. Do they have an absolute need? Why are they going? Why are they moving? By when? And how much pain is involved if they don't move or sell or buy? And understand that buyer's remorse is the reason 6 out of 10 homes aren't selling and or 6 out of 10 are expiring, coming back onto the market. It's happening across the market. So let me hammer this home. I have a great client on the West Coast, and last year their team sold just under 200 homes, and around August-ish, we realized we're hemorrhaging dead deals. Like, it's just epidemic level. And we went in this heavy in educating the agents in the 6 fallout zones, which are the 6 areas where transactions fall apart. I made a video on this, so check it out on my YouTube. And every call, they would show up with their numbers, the numbers that we track, and what caused the transaction to not close. What was the reason? Not, oh, the agent wasn't good. No, specifically, what was the reason? And every call, we just went through all the options. This is one of my greatest values, skill sets, is bulletproofing transactions. How to keep deals together, how to recognize what we could have done differently, past tense. With that being said, the last 6 weeks, we've had 0 deals blow up on his team, and they had 60 last year. So their goal this year is 300. And I'm like, we don't have to do very much different. We just got to close the back door and we're already 60% of the way there. And so we're good. Great start.